lovelies, welcome back to my channel. My name is Stephanie with Chubby Girl in the World. I am so excited to talk to you today. This is going to be a long video, so strap in, get comfy, grab a snack, grab some tea, grab some water, coffee, whatever it is, whatever your drink of choice. I'm going to talk about finances, so maybe grab some bourbon too. It's going to be a long video, so there's some announcements about the channel, some life updates, and I want to talk to you guys about Veganuary also. So if you are interested in all of those things, stay tuned for the whole video. If you're only interested in a couple, there will be down in the description box.
Hey guys, editing Stephanie here. What I mean to say is there will be timestamps in the description box below. That way you can navigate to any part of this really long video that you'd like to see. So look for the timestamps in the description box. Thanks.
Down below, I am going to go on a low buy / no buy in 2019. So our household is, my husband and I are both doing it. So when I say our family, I mean my husband and I count that as a family. So, because technically that is, but anyway, some people don't. So the reason is because my husband and I were looking at our finances and trying to find out why we didn't have as much savings as we really thought we should, and why we had way more consumer debt than we ever should have had. We shouldn't have added any consumer debt this year. We did. And a lot of people on YouTube this year, especially beauty YouTube, are going on no buys because they have what they would maybe consider shopping addictions or things like that. Shopping for actual items like durable goods and stuff like that, that really isn't my weak point. That's not my Achilles heel. So when we looked at our budget and we saw what we had actually spent, because we use mint.com and you can kind of see all the different categories of spending and they kind of do all the transactions for you. I spent, and I know it was me because my husband doesn't drink coffee, I spent over $250 on just coffee alone. That's an insane amount of coffee. So we also spent, we spent half as much on, so our total grocery budget for the year was an insane amount of money too, but we spent half of that. In addition to that, we spent an additional 50% of our grocery budget just on eating out. So when we totaled it all together, it was just a insane, crazy amount of money that we had spent throughout the year on just eating out. And we don't go to really like fancy restaurants or things like that. And that's kind of the insidious part, is that we were spending $20 here, $30 there. I would Postmates my lunch to my office. And it was an insane amount of money that we didn't need to spend, and we probably shouldn't have spent. But the money's been spent, and I have to come to the realization that it's already been done, and there's nothing that I can do about past decisions. So I'm not going to beat myself up over it. But I recognize this as a problem because we added consumer debt. We didn't dig ourselves out of debt the way we had planned to. And I also did not pay down a couple of credit cards that I would have liked to pay down. So I guess that's consumer debt. But I also have student loans. So my student loan started December of 2018. Not fun. Not fun at all. And I just find myself in this very precarious position where we had to dip into savings. We had to just kind of to pay that student loan debt. And it really, to just pay a payment, not the whole debt. And so that is really a scary position for me. I'm not going to get into actual numbers just because that would be, to me, that's a little too personal. But let's just say that for our situation and our life, we make enough money that we shouldn't be in this situation. It is our spending habits that have gotten us here. So, or I should say my spending habits, because my husband doesn't really exhibit any of these behaviors. He'll definitely go along with me to a restaurant or to a place even though he knows we shouldn't, mostly because I will be a brat if we don't, because I work all day, I commute to work, I come home from work. It's gotten better in the last half of the year because I've been reducing my hours at the office and like kind of working from home and doing a work share. So that's been really helpful and kind of like a de-stressor for me. But starting in March, I'm going to go full time again. So we're going to have to really be strategic and plan about this. So the answer that I found, and I was inspired by Hannah Louise Poston, I will link her channel down below. I'm inspired to do a low buy, no buy. So there are some things that we just absolutely are putting an X-nay on for the entire year of 2019. So furniture, housewares, decor, any of those kind of big ticket items we just are not purchasing. We're not purchasing any new technology this year. Unless, of course, my laptop dies, then we might have to, but I don't foresee that happening this year. Maybe next year it might, but so we will not be purchasing any of those big ticket items this year. So we're on a total no buy for big ticket items. Secondly, and for home decor, no home decor. So I also am going to only do a very limited number of fashion purchases throughout the year. So I'm only doing any kind of buying for fashion 2 times a year. So it'll be spring, summer. I will allow myself $100 total to purchase only things that I need. So maybe I have a dress that's worn out, or maybe I have, I have to purchase some kind of, maybe a cardigan's gone out or whatever, has got holes in it and I need to replace it or something like that. I just off the top of my head. Same thing for fall, winter. I will give myself $100 for spring, summer, and $100 for fall, winter to replace items that I need. So it's a replacements only no buy with a budget. Because if I don't do that, what I will do is I will rationalize in my head, oh, well, this is such a good deal and it's going to last for such a long time that I'll buy that. And then $300 later, I will end up with things that I'm never going to wear in my closet, cost too much money, and there's no reason for me to buy them. But that's one of the things I learned from Hannah Louise Poston's videos was there is a difference between wanting a thing, between desire and needing something. And sometimes you can equate those two things even though they have nothing to do with each other. So that is what I'm going to be doing. I'm still going to be reviewing collections as they come out and letting you guys know about fashion items and, would I purchase this? Is it something that I think is, nice or cute? But I want to focus this channel more on being about style and lifestyle than about just new purchases. I want us to talk about things that will actually bring value to your life and will actually help you make good purchasing decisions instead of just whether or not I think something is pretty. Because I can think lots of things are pretty, but that doesn't necessarily help you in any way. So that's why I really want to kind of change the direction of this channel in 2019. And that's what I think would be a good direction, a good move. So in addition to that, my low buy is going to include makeup. So I am not going to be purchasing any new makeup in 2019 except for replacements. So I am also going to be canceling my BoxyCharm. I've already prepaid for January, so gonna get the January one, I guess. So, but after January's BoxyCharm, I will not be purchasing any new makeup except for replacements, no new makeup or skincare. And the reason I've done that, even though that has not been my Achilles heel in the past, is that I was afraid if I limited my fashion purchases that I might then transfer that desire over to makeup. And because makeup is something where, again, you can purchase just like $20 makeup that is good and good quality, and you can buy 3 elf eyeshadow palettes that are vegan, cruelty free, and good quality, and I could easily put in a $50 order a month at elf. Like, I could easily do that. But that's why I don't want to move that desire and transfer that over to makeup when I'm trying to. The whole reason for my low buy no buy is financial, but it's also to train myself to think about purchases differently. Instead of, do I want it? Do I need it? And is it going to add value to my current life? Does it fill a need that I currently have? Instead of, this looks really pretty and I want to have it. So I recently got into more makeup and into vegan makeup. I'm really excited and happy about the purchases I currently have, and I don't really want to grow my makeup collection any further. I did do a makeup inventory. I'll be posting that on Instagram. My Instagram is chubbygirlintheworld @official, chubbygirlintheworld _official. So I'll put it here on the screen. So that is what we're going to be doing for our low buy no buy year. Of course, we will still pay rent, pay car insurance, pay all those different things, but hopefully we'll be able to pay down our debt, get some savings, and start saving for a house. So we're really excited about those things, and we're happy to find ways to spend time together that don't include spending money. So even though we're allowed 2 date nights per month, maybe we spend one of those date nights at home cooking for each other and playing board games, which is something my husband loves doing. And even though board games aren't necessarily my thing, I don't mind doing them, and I know that he loves doing it. So just trying to be a better partner and be a more financially, I don't want to be a financial problem for my partner. And I feel like I have been for the past few years because I wasn't really getting on board with the savings plans and doing these other things because I felt entitled. I felt entitled because I had so much stress in other areas of my life that, well, why are you taking this one thing away from me? But the problem is, it doesn't just become that one thing. It becomes thing after thing after thing after thing, and all adds up over time. So we definitely don't want, I definitely don't want to continue to do that. My husband doesn't complain. He's like the nicest, most amazing person in the world, and he really tries to work with my personality type, but I have to grow up and be more mature about these things. So I'm not right now, and that's something I need to learn how to do. And I loved seeing kind of the evolution of Hannah Louise Poston over 2018. I didn't find her videos until maybe October of this year, and so I've watched pretty much every single video she put out in 2018, and I've just been really excited to kind of watch her transformation and watch how she's changed and what her thought processes have been. And I really credit her for inspiring my low buy no buy. So if you're gonna go on a low buy no buy, let me know in the comments down below, and I am super excited for all of us to have a very prosperous 2019. So what does that mean for this channel, for YouTube? That means I am committing to 3 things. 1, we will do Makeup Mondays, where I talk about vegan makeup brands, vegan makeup releases, and do demonstrations. I don't call them tutorials because I'm not a makeup artist and I am just a regular person who does makeup, but there might be some color combinations or something that maybe I can inspire you to try and do, because I do love colorful makeup. I also will be doing Is It Worth the Wardrobes on Wednesdays, so that'll be Wednesday's videos. And on Sundays we will do the style guide, and the style guide is going to change from the it's been focused on new collections, and Style Guide is actually going to change into more of like a lookbook series where I put together a weekly wardrobe from my curated closet, and that way you can take style inspiration from that wardrobe, or maybe you have special ideas about how to incorporate an accessory or how to style, how to style for your office versus how to style for a week on vacation versus how to style, doing different videos like that so that it's not so focused on shopping. I don't want to be a completely shopping focused channel, but I also don't want to not review collections that come out. And when I say review, I mean I'm looking at a collection, looking online to see what are the good points, is it something that I think is worth my wardrobe? So that's what I think Wednesday should be, is worth my wardrobe. So as we go on, there'll be, I want it to be balanced. I want it to be 2/3 not a shopping channel, and then 1/3 like for those people who are still trying to build out their wardrobe, still want recommendations about, well, if I'm looking for a little black dress, is there a video about that? Like I have videos about the best holiday party dresses. I have videos about my thoughts on collections from Lane Bryant and from Eloquai. And those things, I think really, I think that is a good mix, because I don't want to be a complete just like, oh yes, this is pretty, you should buy it channel. I don't think that that's a good idea. And I really credit Hannah Louise Poston for helping me kind of see that for what it was and understand that that's not necessarily what everybody needs right now, and that's not really what's going to add value to everybody's life. It might add value for some people, but not everyone. So I want to add as much value as I possibly can. So that's the changes for this channel in 2019. So at this point, I will do the ubiquitous, if you want to see more videos like that and that sounds like it would add value to your life, hit the like button, or hit the like button, and also hit the subscribe button and turn on your notifications so you get notified every time I post a video. And I will also commit to being better about doing playlists, because I have not been good at that and I'm new to YouTube. Bear with me. So I'm mostly active on Instagram and YouTube, so please leave comments down below. I answer every single comment, and I would love to interact with you on Instagram or YouTube or Facebook, any of those things. You can find me in all those places. So now, what I wanted to talk to you about was Veganuary. If you don't know what Veganuary is, it is a month-long pledge to try veganism. And don't go yet. It's okay. I'm not gonna come through and make you eat carrots, I promise. So, but veganism is a dietary and lifestyle choice where you choose to do as least harm as possible, where it means that I don't wear, consume, or have animal products in my cosmetics, in my food. So no meat, dairy, or eggs, no cheese, none of that stuff. But there are so many wonderful, fantastic recipes that you can do, and you can veganize almost any of your favorite recipes. Veganuary.com. So it's Veganuary.com. I'll link it down in the description box below if you're interested. You can sign up for a pledge to just try veganism for 1 month. There's tools and recipes and things to make sure you're getting enough nutrition. A lot of times people are concerned that they're not going to get enough protein, or they're not going to get enough minerals and different things on a vegan diet. You absolutely can get enough minerals and protein on a vegan diet. There's protein in plants. I promise. There's protein in plants. Actually, plants are the only thing that can take nitrogen from the soil and turn it into protein. So when you're eating meat, you're actually getting secondhand protein. And a lot of people have the B12 argument where vegans don't get enough B12 and they have to supplement. Yes, B12 does have to be supplemented, but guess what? The meat that you eat, that you get your B12 from, also, those animals take supplements. They don't get enough B12 either. So you're either getting you can either take a B12 supplement yourself and forego all the animal fat and cruelty and you don't have to, and all the environmental factors as well. And then you could just take a B12 supplement, or you could eat a cow and have all the negative effects of eating a cow. So there's tons and tons of resources at veganuary.com. Again, I'll link it in the description box below. I really love the idea of just presenting information and then you can make your decision from there. I don't think that you're a bad person if you eat meat. I don't dislike you if you eat meat. I think that you're perfectly fine as a human being and a person. I just choose, this is the way I choose to show love and compassion to my fellow man and to fellow animals, because I truly believe that we don't need to consume animals or animal products. It's just a proven fact that we don't. The Association of Dietitians of America says that veganism is perfectly healthy for every stage of life, from infancy through adolescence through pregnancy through geriatrics, and that's very evident in the Seventh-day Adventist community, where many people are vegan and they live on average much longer than most people. So also, there is a difference between what I call an Oreo vegan and a whole food plant-based vegan. So an Oreo vegan is someone who's just an ethical vegan. They aren't really that concerned about health. They just don't want to consume animal products. And that's totally fine too. There's also people who are completely all about health. They're health-based vegans and they only eat whole natural foods. They don't eat any processed foods. They don't eat any mock meats or things like that. I would say me and my husband are somewhere in the middle. So on lazy days, we're Oreo vegans. On days where we're trying to watch our health, we are whole food vegans. And we're trying to move more towards the whole food vegan. We're trying to move more towards the whole food vegan side of things. But it is difficult when you both work. And yeah, are there mock meats in our fridge? Of course there are. And the point is that if you want to try veganism and you just kind of want to dip your toes in the water to see, just every single day that you don't consume animal products, you are saving about 30 feet of forest, and you are saving 1,100 gallons of water and at least one animal per day. So even if you just decided to do Veganuary for just 1 month and then did meatless Mondays, or did 1 to 2 days a week where you just had plant-based meals, you're still doing more for the environment. Then that's the biggest impact you can have as an individual for the environment, because something like 60% of greenhouse gases are actually produced by animal factory farming. So those are all things to consider in the coming year, in 2019. I thank you so much for joining me today for my life updates, for the changes in my channel, and I'm so excited that you're here and I can't wait to take this journey with you. I will also be doing Project Pan with hashtag Team Project Pan with the ladies from Beauty News. That's going to be a whole different series for my Project Pan, because I know that's really kind of niche and specific, but just in case, I wanted to mention it here. Thanks so much again, guys, and have a fantastic day.